Claire Newell, our guest, she's a travel expert, has been in the travel industry for 20-some years.
I started when I was 3.
3, of course you did, because you're 23. That works out. Social seating, what is it?
I don't know I don't know what to make of it. KLM is the Royal Dutch Airline, is the big airline that started this, but they've only started on a very minuscule basis. Only about 200 passengers have actually taken advantage of it. But what this is once you've booked and you've got a confirmation and you're going to pick your seats, you have the option to pick a seat and then upload your profile from LinkedIn or Facebook and allow people to take a look at and see if they want to sit by you or look at other people and decide if you want to sit beside them. I mean, I'm the kind of girl who likes to go to sleep and maybe watch a movie and put my headphones in, but some people are going, say, to trade shows and they want to chat with somebody, or they might be going backpacking and they might want to find somebody who wants to learn more about that. Where I see the failure on this is the people who want privacy, or the people who are letting their kids go alone, and some kind of creepy dude decides to sit beside their kid who's traveling alone, or a CEO or an executive who's got some sales guy who wants to pitch an idea to him and wants to talk his ear off the whole time.
Well, so, most people I know who fly are like you.
Right. They want some privacy.
A little bit, it's not rude. It's just they don't want to chat the whole trip. They want to read and sleep and eat, and maybe when the wine comes, you say, hello, where are you from? But don't tell me your whole life story. Because there's something about airplanes.
Yes, there's something about airplanes. Unless I see that Prince Charming, I've got Prince Charming, I married him.
Well, okay.
But, unless you see some single person wants to sit beside some hot guy or hot girl, and it has its place.
If they say, Baron looking for beautiful bride.
You're in there.
Seat 12A.
You're sitting
there.
12B.
12B. I'll go straight to 12B. And the safety doors often have a little more room. Can you get special there at all when you check in, say like bulkhead or? Well,
you can pay for it now to sit in one of those seats, or you can try to get it at the airport, because a lot of those bulkhead seats or exit row seats aren't released until the airport, till check-in. So you go early and then go to get a drink or go have a meal. But checking in early is the best way. I do it online. I actually set my alarm to 24 hours prior if I'm not flying in business. I'll set it, and then I'll literally check in the first, I hope I'm the first person doing it.
You probably are, knowing you, because you wrote this book, Take me to Panama.
I was just there in January. I took my husband and the kids, and a little bit different. I hadn't done a lot in Central and South America, and it's considered both, because it's attached to Colombia for South America, and then Costa Rica. And so a really thin little country, and we haven't had a nonstop flight. It was a bit of a monkey motion to get there. You had to go through Dallas, or you had to go through Toronto, and then fly into Panama City. But I took advantage of the nonstop Transat flight. So it was about 7 hours going with tailwinds and about 8 hours coming back. I thought, may as well do it with the kids, the stopovers and things. I flew in, and I thought I was landing in Miami. Such a cosmopolitan city, and a beautiful city with great beaches. People think canal, and that itself is worth seeing, and it was neat for the kids to actually see how the locks works.
Sure.
But when you get there, it's got the biggest duty-free mall, the best duty-free in all of Central America. It's a massive city, but we did a city tour and worth doing. There's 3 different areas. One that's from the 1500s, the old city, where it was first found.
Right.
And then from the 1600s to the 1900s, there's this colonial city. And I thought that Cartagena in Colombia was one of the only cities where UNESCO was going in and actually rebuilding it. Well, Panama City has it going on, and I didn't even know. And we went to go see it, and it's kind of half done, and it's coming back to what it once was, and beautiful, spectacular. And then you've got this massive city that is the cosmopolitan city that The Bachelor, they took the people there, that show, and they took people from the one where Amazing Race, where you see all these amazing buildings. The architecture is beautiful, but you still have beaches. I'm sitting on this beach 20 minutes from Panama City, and it's a Westin all-inclusive that just opened.
Okay, so you felt safe.
I felt safe, and on the horizon, you see this beautiful lineup of all of these ships waiting to go through the canal. It's surreal. It was surreal.
Sure. And the kids liked it.
They
and
liked it.
What are we looking at price-wise?
You're looking at under $1,000 for an all-inclusive resort there. And that's what you'd be paying to go to Mexico or the Caribbean.
Sure.
So if you're looking for something a little bit different, this is a neat thing to do.
It just sounds further away than it is.
It does.
You know,
Jamaica.
you go, Panama's got to be a long way away.
It isn't like going to a Mexican all-inclusive or a Caribbean all-inclusive where you're just looking for R&R. You really need to get out and do things when you're there.
Sure.
I mean, we took the kids on this jungle tour to the Embera Indian village where we ate the local food, watched their local dance, and got cool tattoos that are kind of henna. And it's it's an experience, and you want to do it while you're there.
Yeah, wash off tattoos. Why
Right.
not? Holiday Inn Puerto Vallarta. I know you stayed there. I stayed at the Holiday Inn.
Right.
They're
Really
great.
good deal. There's a deal in March 8th, so it's coming up very quickly. $648 for air and 7 nights in the beachfront all-inclusive resort.
Really?
The good thing here is for if you're a family going down, the kids, it's $188, which is unbelievable. It's half the price of the airfare alone. So a great thing to do with the family. And for some people, it falls over spring break this year for them.
How great. And when I was there, and it was a few years ago, we wanted to upgrade the room.
Oh, yes.
And it cost $10 US.
Yeah, worth paying. Ask,
You know.
ask when you check in, can I pay to upgrade? And you'd be surprised. $10 a night. I mean,
I
it's
know,
so worth
$10
doing.
US. Well, to upgrade, it costs more. I said, okay.
Yeah.
We're in. Los Cabos, of course, a 5-star in Los Cabos.
One of my favorite destinations, simply because it's a 3.5-hour flight, and then once you're there, it's very Americanized. I stayed at this actual resort, just over $1,100. It is 5-star. It's only 2 or 3 years old. They have a fabulous general manager at that property. Kids, $638.
Okay.
And that is for March 12th. Again, that's over spring break, which is a great thing to do with the kids.
And if your child has never seen the Eiffel Tower,
You could take them to Paris. I mean, how great would that be? The deal we have is actually a London and Paris deal. So you spend 3 nights in London, which I love, and then 4 nights in Paris with breakfast every day. And then you get to go on the Eurostar between the 2 cities, which is the Channel train, which I think is fun for kids to experience as well.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those things that if you can write up, take off your bucket list. In May, there's a few dates in May, just about $1,400 for that entire package, all included, which is really great to see. And you get to see London pre-Olympics, so you get to see all of the venues beforehand.
of course. And you can stop in and see His Excellency, the former Premier.
Exactly.
I think you can. I'm not sure.
You'd have to ask.
You may have to call first.
You might just have to do that. But and Paris, so much to do there. And if you want to go see the Eiffel Tower or Versailles, which you have to do while you're there,
Of course you do.
You can, tell your kids you get a day at Euro Disney, and tit for tat, and everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. And then when you go back, you can stay in that little boutique hotel.
That you saw and really wanted to stay
Yes, really want to
in.
stay because you want to immerse yourself in France.
Yes.
Las Vegas, always easy peasy.
Yes, I was just there last weekend.
Better
It's
food.
crazy. It's
better art.
It's fun though, right? It's just one of those quickie getaways. And the deal that we have, I believe, is around $279 for airfare and hotel. You can upgrade and stay in one of the newer properties in Central. It's called City Center, and the Videra is one of those properties, and I think it's maybe $100 more. And you're in the heart of the new area. I feel like everybody's grandmother when I go there. They're all 21 having their bachelor parties, and the girls are wearing T-shirts that are they call dresses. They can't bend over. I'm the one who would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, you dropped your lipstick. I'll have to pick that up for you." But it's fun.
Perhaps you have to go to Reno next time.
Oh, don't say that. I'm
Maybe
going to
they're
try and draw
older.
up Vegas for a few more years. Thank you,
Nice
Fanny.
to see you. Thank
nice
you.
to see you too.
Claire Newell, Travel Best Bets. You can catch her on television on Global.